Establish a recon post downstairs.
Code Red, repeat. We are at Code Red. Recon Plan Charlie, execute.
Star Command, come in. Do you read me? There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Toy Story, released in 1995, marked a defining moment in animated storytelling by presenting a fully computer-animated feature that felt emotionally grounded, character-driven, and universally relatable. At its heart, the story explores what it means to feel secure in one's place in the world and how quickly that sense of belonging can be shaken. Set within the imaginative inner lives of toys, the film invites viewers into a secret universe that exists just beyond human awareness, where toys live for one purpose: to be loved by their child. This simple yet powerful premise becomes the foundation for a story that balances humor, heart, and genuine emotional conflict, making it resonate far beyond its animated surface. At the center of the story is Woody, voiced by Tom Hanks, a pull-string cowboy doll who has long enjoyed his status as the favorite toy of a young boy named Andy, voiced by John Morris. Woody is not just a leader among the toys. He is a symbol of tradition, familiarity, and comfort. He thrives on routine and order, confident that Andy's affection will always place him at the top of the toy hierarchy. Woody's sense of identity is closely tied to this role, and his leadership style reflects a toy who believes he understands how the world works. He organizes meetings, reassures others, and keeps morale high, all while quietly enjoying the privilege of being first in Andy's heart. That carefully balanced world is disrupted when Andy receives a new toy for his birthday: Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Tim Allen. Buzz is everything Woody is not: sleek, modern, confident, and seemingly more exciting. Designed as a Space Ranger action figure, Buzz arrives with flashing lights, memorable catchphrases, and an air of heroic destiny. Almost instantly, Buzz captures Andy's attention, unintentionally pushing Woody into a position he has never occupied before. The arrival of Buzz introduces a central conflict rooted not in villainy, but in insecurity and fear of being replaced, emotions that feel deeply human despite being expressed through toys. Buzz himself is a fascinating contrast to Woody. Where Woody understands he is a toy, Buzz genuinely believes he is a real Space Ranger on a mission to return to his home planet. This delusion is not portrayed as simple arrogance, but as a sincere misunderstanding of his identity. Buzz's confidence stems from his belief in his own purpose, and his refusal to see himself as a toy creates moments of comedy, tension, and eventual tragedy. His inability to recognize reality becomes a mirror to Woody's own struggle, as both characters are, in different ways, clinging to false versions of who they believe they are. As Andy's family prepares to move to a new house, the sense of instability grows stronger. The move represents change, uncertainty, and the fear of being left behind, themes that echo throughout the story. During this period of upheaval, Woody's jealousy reaches a breaking point, leading to an accident that results in Buzz being knocked out of Andy's room. Although the incident is not entirely intentional, the consequences are severe. Woody finds himself blamed by the other toys, isolated and guilt-ridden, while Buzz is left alone in an unfamiliar and dangerous world beyond the safety of Andy's home. The story takes a darker turn when both Woody and Buzz end up in the clutches of Sid Phillips, the troubled neighbor voiced by Eric Von Detten. Sid represents the ultimate nightmare for toys, a child who does not cherish or respect them, but instead takes pleasure in destroying and reassembling them in disturbing ways. His room is a place of chaos and fear, filled with mutilated toys that defy conventional design. Through Sid, the film introduces a surprisingly intense antagonist, one whose actions heighten the stakes and push the characters into a true survival scenario. While trapped in Sid's house, the dynamic between Woody and Buzz begins to shift. Stripped of Andy's presence and forced to rely on each other, their rivalry gradually gives way to understanding. Woody confronts the consequences of his jealousy and begins to recognize Buzz, not as an enemy, but as a fellow toy who is equally lost and vulnerable. Buzz, in turn, experiences a profound identity crisis when he finally realizes the truth about himself. Discovering that he is just one of many identical Buzz Lightyear toys devastates him, shattering his belief in his uniqueness and purpose. This emotional low point becomes one of the most powerful moments in the story. Buzz's realization that he is a toy forces him to confront feelings of insignificance and despair. For a character who believed himself to be a heroic space ranger, the truth feels like a cruel betrayal. It is in this moment that the film deepens its emotional core, showing that the pain of losing one's identity can be just as intense as the fear of being replaced. Woody's response to Buzz's despair marks a turning point as he chooses compassion and honesty over rivalry and resentment. The escape from Sid's house becomes a thrilling and cathartic sequence that blends suspense with triumph. The once frightening mutant toys are revealed to be allies, turning the tables on Sid and delivering a moment of poetic justice. This sequence reinforces one of the film's central messages: appearances can be deceiving, and understanding often replaces fear when empathy is allowed to grow. Woody and Buzz's cooperation during this escape solidifies their transformation from rivals into partners, bound by shared hardship and mutual respect. The race to reunite with Andy as the moving truck drives away serves as the film's emotional and narrative climax. This sequence captures the urgency of the toy's greatest fear, being left behind. As Woody and Buzz chase the moving vehicle, the story reaches its most exhilarating moment, blending action, humor, and heartfelt determination. Buzz's willingness to accept help, combined with Woody's unwavering commitment to bringing both of them home, symbolizes the growth they have undergone throughout the story. By the time Woody and Buzz successfully return to Andy, their relationship has fundamentally changed. Woody is no longer defined solely by his status as the favorite toy, and Buzz has accepted his identity with newfound humility. The resolution does not erase the reality of change, but instead embraces it. Woody learns that love is not a finite resource, and that sharing Andy's affection does not diminish his own worth. Buzz learns that being a toy does not make him any less special or meaningful. The film's voice cast plays a crucial role in bringing these characters to life. Tom Hanks delivers a performance that balances humor, vulnerability, and warmth, making Woody's flaws feel relatable rather than selfish. Tim Allen's portrayal of Buzz captures both heroic bravado and emotional fragility, allowing the character's arc to feel authentic and impactful. John Morris provides Andy with a sense of innocence and sincerity, grounding the story in a child's perspective, while Eric Von Detten's performance as Sid adds an unsettling edge that contrasts sharply with the warmth of Andy's world. Beyond its characters, the film stands out for its innovative animation style, which was groundbreaking at the time of its release in 1995. The digital environments, expressive character movements, and attention to detail created a world that felt alive and immersive. Rather than relying solely on spectacle, the animation serves the story, enhancing emotional beats and comedic timing. The visual design of the toys reflects their personalities, from Woody's soft, worn textures to Buzz's shiny, futuristic appearance, reinforcing the thematic contrast between old and new. The tone of the film skillfully balances lighthearted comedy with moments of genuine emotional depth. Humor arises naturally from character interactions and situational irony, while the quieter moments allow the audience to reflect on themes of loyalty, identity, and acceptance. This balance ensures that the story appeals to viewers of all ages, offering surface-level entertainment for children and deeper emotional resonance for adults. The trailer for the film emphasized its unique premise and energetic humor, showcasing the novelty of a fully animated toy world while hinting at the emotional journey at its core. By focusing on the rivalry between Woody and Buzz, the promotional material highlighted both the comedy and the conflict, inviting audiences to experience a story that felt fresh, imaginative, and heartfelt. Toy Story ultimately endures because it speaks to universal experiences through an imaginative lens. The fear of being replaced, the pain of losing one's sense of purpose, and the growth that comes from embracing change are themes that transcend age and medium. Through Woody and Buzz's journey, the film delivers a message about friendship that is neither simplistic nor sentimental, but earned through conflict, humility, and understanding. As the story concludes, the toys return to their familiar place, but nothing is quite the same as it was before. Change has been accepted rather than feared, and friendship has replaced rivalry. The world of Toy Story feels complete yet open, leaving a lasting impression that extends beyond its runtime. It is a story that celebrates imagination, acknowledges insecurity, and ultimately affirms that belonging is not about being the favorite, but about being valued for who you are.